Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the Crystal Tomb. I am kcStranger. These are my effervescent players. As always, the Crystal Tomb, even though I forget to announce it most of the time, the Crystal Tomb is brought to you by XSplit Broadcaster and by, Tractor Blondie? Anyways, I'm not going to try to pronounce that right anymore. He's Tractor Blend. Yeah, last time the party continued their exploration of Gemblast Palace. They got all the way to the 3rd and 4th floors. They found some keys. They had a lengthy discussion with a few quaddles, which are sort of pretty flying snake things. They came out of that with a bunch of gemstones, as well as Colleen came out of it with apparently a quaddle egg that is supposedly close to hatching. Fallon probably came out of that with his patience slightly reduced after relaying large amounts of their tale and showing them 2 of the vestiges. But then after that, they were told, to some degree helpfully by the quaddles, that the last key that they needed to access a rather curiously well-protected room was down in the basement. The party being a little bit, a little bruised, having spent a lot of their spell slots, they decided to avail themselves of the facilities on the 1st floor. And we ended last time with basically a hot tub scene. So I'll just let everybody picture that, hot springs, whatever you want to call it. I'll let everybody imagine that as you will. But this is where we pick up.
Oh. The question I have, who in the group is the pervy sage?
I think that's you, actually.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That seems to be it.
I'm not that old, though.
No, you're not, but you're kind of a sage, and you're at least slightly pervy.
I don't feel like I write bad, trashy romance novels, though.
That's true, but who does here, though?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
By the way, Kyrian, if you're talking, can't hear you.
Push the toke.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, so as we pick up, I believe I said the time was only about 6 p.m., so definitely a few hours before you would be probably feeling like sleepy.
So, I got a new fancy shield. Hold on, let me bring up my things.
Oh, yeah. I think you extracted it from one of the...
Yeah, one of the
armors.
Which is literally just the same as my other shield, except this one's fancy. But I also have like 20 of these Remerha's teeth.
Okay.
Could I embed some of these teeth and make a spiky fancy shield?
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, let me think about this.
This is a plan.
Actually, do you have nature proficiency?
I do.
Okay. All right. So call it a 10. For that purpose. So the difficulty is going to be actually keeping them secure on that.
Right.
I mean, are you
especially because I don't really have any tools around here. So
right.
I guess I'm just kind of like thinking about this right now, but I'm probably not actually going to be able to do this without like a set of tools.
So hypothetically, if you had a good way to embed them and secure them, then the trick is going to be that, so it's kind of like shark teeth. They're meant to be worn out.
Right.
It might allow you to deal a little damage with the shield, probably not more effective than your normal weapons. And the risk that you run is actually compromising the integrity of the shield while you're constructing it that way. Certainly possible, just questionable how effective it would be.
Okay.
And I'm saying questionable. I'm not saying for sure no. I'm just...
Right. I got you.
All right. Yeah. So if there are any conversations that need to happen, those can happen now. If anyone is looking to do anything with your evening, go ahead and let me know.
I would like to challenge the group to a game of cards.
I'll play cards.
I just got 100 gold, so I might as well lose it.
All right.
Get new items.
Where is this game of cards taking place?
I'm probably like not in the hot tub.
No. There's a table around here somewhere.
You know what? Just a second.
We just move a table to the hot tub.
Yes. How deep is the hot tub?
Sure.
Roll to find out how deep the hot tub is. It looks. I mean, I guess I understood it to be like a gradual.
I know this is just me like screwing with the map to meet you guys' purposes, but I'll do it this time. So there you go. There's a table.
What do we wish for next?
I wish for all of your gold.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I don't have all that much gold besides the 100 gold that I just got. But other than that,
I'm kind of broke right now.
All right. The only thing I'm looking for is all right. So I'm gonna. Here are our players so far.
Have I like inspected this mirror set I got yet? I don't think so.
Oh, whoops, sorry. No, I don't. Well, I mean, not closely. It is a. So like the casing is made of wood. It's painted very nicely. The mirrors seem nice. You have not investigated it beyond that. Okay, so let me see here.
Can I investigate it? Like do a Arcana check on it or something? See if it's got.
So if you want to investigate it for magical properties, Arcana is going to be kind of a crapshoot, but sure, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you tell me what to roll. I don't know. I was just
well,
asking.
I mean, if you're trying to figure out if it's a magical item, Arcana would be the check. So I'm just saying that, like, you know, just sort of handling something. I was implying that it would be a difficult check to actually realize that. You don't sense anything magical about it.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So anyways, playing cards, I imagine that this is probably like a betting game of some kind. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. What kind of stakes are we talking? Are we talking just like, you know, just messing around with a few random coins? Are we talking about playing some high stakes stuff? You know,
I'd probably say we just
gold.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just say just like chuck some gold in there to make sure it's like actually fun and there are some stakes, but also like we don't have a ton of money. At least I don't. So
and let's all just put in the best item in our inventory that's not a weapon.
Well, I have
So your wishing ring,
whetstone. So
that's a weapon.
So the suggestion I heard was like 5 gold each, so you're probably playing with smaller coins mostly at that.
Probably.
Anyone suggesting any higher, or are we good on that?
Copper. I'm good with that myself.
All right, cool. So yeah, so Aaron breaks out some cards. You all play for a while. What I need is for everybody to give me. You know what? So we're gonna say there are like multiple ways to play here. First of all, if you have proficiency in playing cards, then you may use that. If you want to play the the deception game, I will allow a deception roll. I will also allow insight, and I will also allow investigation. Any of those you may roll for playing cards.
On mine, I have a dice thing. Does that count as just gambling in general? Or is this specific to
Playing
dice
cards
/cards?
that is a specific
Yeah, cards
one.
is a specific
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so I would be doing something else.
So, first of all, and
How do
all
you
right,
know?
so let me see. I need to tally everybody's rolls real quick. So we're Maxis, or no, excuse me. Yeah, so everybody go and roll.
What are
Not
we rolling?
20!
We all lose.
How do you roll a playing card set?
What does your 20 come up to?
I got
27.
27. Okay.
What is that?
I have playing cards from my thing earlier.
All right.
I've got a deck,
Kane,
but I don't
please
think I
give
can
me
roll it.
one of those rolls as well.
I
Also,
just say,
Fallon.
yeah, like. I just say, I have a deck. I just don't apparently know how to play it.
Fallon, give me a roll.
What am I rolling now?
I gave you like 3 different things.
Okay, but I don't have a thing that's had proficiency, and you said the other one was
Yeah,
deception.
so the other options, depending on how you want to play, are deception, insight, or investigation.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're playing the game straight up and just trying to like play the odds by doing that. All right. I also need everybody to give me perception.
Did you say deception or perception?
Perception.
Perception.
I believe that's somebody's going to try and cheat at cards roll.
All right. So yeah, so you all play for I don't know, probably an hour. Again, fairly low stakes. The money sort of goes back and forth a little bit. Early on, Kane kind of gets a win. Some money starts flowing over to Colleen for a little bit, and then Aaronin really starts to rake it in. Towards the
I have got to my side. Sorry, y'all.
Towards the end of your time, Kane gets another really big hand and actually winds up slightly in the lead. So let me see here. I am going to redistribute your wealth based on this. All right. So, right. So congratulations, guys. You've actually caused me to break out my graphing calculator mid-game. We'll see if I actually manage to have this all add up to roughly what you guys put in.
So, at what point does Maxis get bored and start wrestling with Wolfbro?
I mean, well, I'm gonna divide the money first, and then you can say that. So let me see here. Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be that times. Let me see, 5 of you, so 25 gold. All right. Oh yeah, that's what it is. So 25. All right. So, Colleen, you.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, it works. Who would cheat at cards, guys? That's silly.
Colleen.
Definitely the rogue who didn't actually roll that high.
All right. Colleen, you come out of this 1 gold and 3 silver down, so please deduct that. Aaronin, you come out of this 1 gold and 7 silver up. Maxis, you come out 2 gold down. Kane, you come out 3 gold and 4 silver up. And Fallon, you come out 1 gold and 8 silver down.
Oh, I thought I was about to be encumbered. I was going to be sad. But I mistyped.
Alright. So yeah, so you guys spend about an hour playing cards. And do a lot of math in order to redistribute small amounts of money.
Sounds about right.
Heck of a deal.
So yeah, it was a good game, guys. Good game. You know?
All right. Oh, and I'm gonna read some from the journal.
Okay. So I imagine you sort of scatter off to your own corners a little bit at this point.
I would like to see if I can get Colleen to identify my mirror set, since I couldn't see nothing.
Okay. I will. You know what? Let's handle that really quickly first. Colleen, do you go ahead and do that?
I'll touch it.
All right. Oh, wait. Are you actually using identify, or are you just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll identify it.
You find it to be non-magical. Although, give me what would I call this? What are the options here? Actually, I guess just give me like nature. Sure. I don't know. History. Give me history.
Ah, fuck yeah. That's all right.
There really isn't a great check for this, but I wanted to give a chance of some kind of someone like cooking or something in the background for somebody.
So we're just moving stuff. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's worth about 25 gold. It's well made.
History. This is what's that show? Where they bring in your antiques roadshow.
Yeah, basically. All right. So for Maxis, you go off and, as I remember, you were just reading straight through. How much time do you want to spend reading it?
I don't know, probably like an hour, I guess. Given that, I just lost like a lot of gold and then probably got bored. So without the attraction of people to fight in a bar, which is usually what happens when I start gambling,
Okay.
I'll probably just go read instead for like the next hour and then
I'll wrestle.
Okay, I mean, so my only point is if you were to spend like a few hours reading it, you might be able to finish it, actually. If you spend an hour, you'll probably get through about another like half of what you got left.
I mean, that depends on how much you want to read right now.
All right, I mean, I don't mind reading it all. I can read it all.
I just go
Part
for
of it Colleen's already read, so I'll skip that.
That's true.
All right, sure. I'll play my music again because I like playing music while I read this. So last time that you sort of left off, you read about when General Kasiru sort of explored Einongrun. You pick up and read some stuff about how he met up with the other folks that also explored Einongrun, and how the settlements sort of went out into the different parts of the country. And then you hit sort of an interesting little section. I'm going to hop over to my world map here. About actually the founding of Siren, which is this city right here. And he writes, "The territories have been decided. We have established our capital, Siren, on the shores of Lake Soon, and accorded an area for 20 miles surrounding the lake, as well as the Twin Sisters, as neutral territory. The Goliaths are to have their territory in the north, the largest geographically, but the least hospitable. Serves us fine. Oh, did I forget to move the player? No, I didn't. Alright. I convinced Xanakokas, who, if you don't know who that is, you can give me a history check. It's actually fairly well known.
I might. I might have it wrote down somewhere. It's just I don't have it like literally on me at this second, so that's my history for now, I guess.
Oh no, it's actually it's an easy check. You remember who this is? This is the Dragonborn commander who actually came to Einon Brun along with the original settlers. He, General Kassir, and a few others discovered the magical artifact known as... Dear God, I'm forgetting the name of this. How am I forgetting this? Cyphera, that enabled them to find Einon Brun in the first place.
You should take better notes, Casey.
I remembered. Alright, so he writes, I convinced Sonokokas to sail with me to the center of Lake soon. It is perhaps strange that I so burn for any chance for exploration, having recently completed such a hard journey, but this is who I am. We carried a bathymeter with us, which, antiquated word, but it's a device for measuring depth, and measured the lake's depth at several points. It is remarkably shallow at most points, no more than 100 feet. We did discover one mystery, however. There is a point in the lake's center, from which our measuring device, which held 300 feet of line, could not reach the bottom. The location is as follows, and there are some sort of cartographic markings after that. I hear there is to be a celebration tonight to mark the founding of the new capital and to appoint the first councilors. I'm glad to be stepping back from politics. Going on from there, there's some material about this time sort of negotiating all the settlements. You definitely get the sense that Kassiru is somebody who's looked up to, respected, and who really doesn't want to be involved in any of this, but feels like he needs to for a while. A while later, things sort of move on, and you start reading about the early days of establishing the Goliath territory. And then you read this section. Goliaths are a strangely fickle people in our own way. We do not complain about the hardships of life. We do not complain that others have more than we, or even that the path to contentment is fickle and elusive. No, we do not complain about these things, but we do complain about a lack of strength in our fellows. The most introspective of Goliaths will reflect on their own lack of strength. It was generally agreed that our primary settlement would be at the fertile terrace I discovered previously, and there are only farms as well. The difficulty was finding any to work those farms. It is the way of Goliaths to be free, to roam the mountains with our herds and to live off the land. But I, for one, was adamant that the settlement be built, that we not ignore the ways of the world around us as we had in the past. We needed a stable center for resources, for cultural growth, and for interaction with the world. And praise the gods, enough others saw the wisdom of this. It was decided that some from each clan would stay in Botch. And yet, with certain exceptions, the priests of Carullo, the elders, the craftsmen, it was regarded as a shame. Fickle people. And so, my hypocrisy will be duly noted when I mention that I myself left with the band to explore the northeast, near the glacier. I traveled with the tribe of one who had become one of my closest companions, Ravel Windcaller Galskritathi. There we go. And so, in time, I found myself again at the edge of the glacier, the edge of the sea, the edge of the world, wondering what my life's last chapter will be. I'm not soon to die, but soon I will lack strength to live as I have. In a moment of weakness, I consulted my stone. It is a pretty thing, a smooth, oval stone of some blood-red gem, set in silver filigree on a chain of black steel. I found it long ago, and have kept it with me as a charm. It has kept me a step ahead in battle. In difficult moments, I have gazed into its depths, and what it showed me guided my steps and brought me to this point. But now I know my way forward. I will leave my friend and his clan. I will journey to Mount Karam. Of my amulets I shall not speak again. Perhaps I should be rid of it. And from there, you read as General Kasiru left the band he was exploring the northeast with, and did make his way to Mount Karam. There you read the section that Colleen had previously read about his exploration, how he made his way to the Plane of Fire, and how he found, was gifted 2 notable gemstones, one which made the palace in which you now sit, and the other one, which he described as a pale pink gem that seemed to have no magic about it, but that he felt strangely attracted to. There appears to be a gap in the journal following this point, because you see a few entries that say nothing of note, just things that he did, things that he was feeling at the time. But then you read this. And this is the last entry in the journal. At the end of my life, I am once again a murderer. But for fortunate coincidence, a perpetrator of complete and utter genocide. I do not wish to relate the details. It would be best if they were forgotten. I have related them to the priests, and that is atonement enough. I will merely record that if today the brass dragonborn remain less than numerous, and actually you would know this is the least common of the metallic dragons in Anangrun. If they remain less than numerous, or have even disappeared, let it be known that this is my fault, and mine alone. I have placed trust where it ought not be placed. And yet, I cannot rid myself of that trust. And so I shall rid the world of myself. I shall make one last journey to the edge of the world, and there entomb myself with this evil I carry. To those who would follow in my footsteps, I bid you reconsider. My life is as the storms that blow across the mountains. The storm brings the rain and gives life. The storm brings the lightning and evokes awe. The storm brings the winds and the floods that destroy. Perhaps I make too much of myself, and yet I feel this. May the gods have mercy on me. I carry with me also the pale gem I carried from the Plane of Fire. Leos did not know its worth, and yet I feel it merely awaits its time. To those fools who follow after me, be you not fools. I leave you with this. And there's a short poem written at the end, which says, Many are those who follow the path of the restless. Those who are wise come to the hall and go no further. Their eyes are opened, and they are content. The foolish seek power, though it be guarded. Though trapped, the storeroom cannot keep it from them. The blessed seek the humble path, and ask a child for guidance. They put faith in her words, and receive their reward. Or, excuse me, I need to retcon that. They put faith in his words, and receive their reward. May my life not have been in vain. There is the poem. And that's the end of the journal.
Sick.
And
Alright.
perhaps as much as you've read in one sitting in a very long time.
Alright, so I'm definitely gonna go and point out the description of the what I'm assuming to be the Amulet of Foresight to Colleen.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Where's Colleen right now? It's been we can jump back in time if we need to, but
it's world map.
But Colleen, so Maxis has been reading for well over an hour at this point. Where have you gone off to?
Well, I would be tending to my undead, and I need to recast that spell for the next day.
Okay. I presume that you have a spell slot, at least with Arcane Recovery. So.
Oh, yeah, I didn't use any 3rd level spells today.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you do that. Put yourself wherever Colleen would be.
I like
I
this
just want to
room.
picture this. Okay. Colleen is over here with Zombie Friend.
Actually, never mind. I want the sarcophagus.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, so Maxis, you get up and wander over to Colleen. And go ahead and have that conversation, why don't you?
Did you read this part of the passage? Because this red stone connected to a chain sounds a hell of a lot like the artifact that we're looking for.
A red stone on a chain?
Something like that, wasn't it?
I don't think that was in my notes. No.
No, I'm talking about the book, and I hand her said book with the passage.
Yeah, there's the relevant description. And actually, I will give you the entire paragraph.
Yeah, but what I was saying is I don't think it was in my handwritten notes from the scribes.
Well, you didn't read that.
Yeah.
It might be in there.
Well, regardless, at least we have a description of what we're looking for now. But once again, we already know that we are heading downstairs, so...
Heading
Should
downstairs so we can head back upstairs.
Yeah. I say, should be interesting.
Max,
But...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would you share anything else of what you read with Colleen?
Wait.
I mean, only if she wanted to talk about stuff.
Oh,
I will say I would probably point out the poem at the end and ask her if she can make any heads or tails of it.
Say that again. Sorry, I was reading a spell.
The poem at the end, the many of these, blah blah blah, put his faith in the words, receive the reward, or some shit like that. Well, I don't know about the snake people, but they didn't particularly seem gendered, so that might not be who we're supposed to be listening to.
We're not supposed to be listening to?
No, I think we are supposed to be listening to them. Put faith in his words and receive their reward.
So, like when the door told us not to take the stairs.
I don't think that. Well, that's probably more of a thing of my people being like, "Hey, if you're not prepared for this, don't do this because you're dumb and you'll die." But we're still alive, so I'm pretty sure that doesn't apply to me. Regardless, we can keep it in mind.
And Maxis, both of you roll either perception or investigation.
I was trying to see if I could cast clairvoyance on an object, but it says it's on a space. But
gotcha.
That's what I was looking for.
Dude, what is going on with Roll20 tonight?
So perception or
investigation.
Right, I have advantage on perception, so we're gonna just risk it. Hey.
Now, just a second. It occurs to me. All right, so let me just mention this. I'm going to allow this, or I think actually. Let me double check the rules on that thing. But remember when you have a. Did you ever like specifically attune to that, whatever it's called?
Yeah, okay. I gave Aaron the wand and I put on the mask and attuned to it.
So you do have to spend a short rest, like specifically like concentrating on the thing, basically, in order to attune to it. So remember that for the future. You've had several rests since then. and you could have easily done that at any point. So I won't make a big deal out of it here. But just remember, guys, you do have to specifically bring it up when you want to attune to something. That makes sense?
I put it in my attuned items. Or we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it taking a slot, but you never took the time in game that I remember to attune to it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I'm good to go with my mace, right?
Did you attune to it?
I don't remember. I know I had Colleen.
Once again, you
identify it.
easily could have, so I'm going to absolve any past sins and ensure you're
Okay,
attuned to it.
I'll make sure to.
I would
Yeah.
like to attune to my BFG 9000.
Okay, yeah, sure, got it. No. But yeah, like in the future, you do have to, like, because it takes your entire short rest or like a period of downtime in order to attune to something. But okay, so let me see. This is a perception check reliant on sight, so yeah, you're good. I am going to repeat the description of the room that you guys are in. You haven't paid close attention to this for a while, but now that you're back here, this is what you see. So again, this is sort of a crypt. At the far end of the room, there's a sarcophagus. There's this elegant table of ice in the center of the room with a handful of small objects on it. And then lining the walls are sculptures of ice that depict a tribe of Goliaths on the move. The leaders stand in front, one pointing the way. Two are gathering wood, one is lighting a fire, a mother is holding an infant, and at the back, a young child is tugging at the coat of his elder.
I get it, but I'm not there, so well.
Can you paste that?
Yeah, sure.
So where, like, is the kid pulling the parent away from the others, or what? Okay, hold on.
That being said, it's Colleen who's, well,
Oh yeah, that's true.
who's noticing this.
Interesting.
What was the point of this?
You can just ask me that out loud, by the way, Kane. It's fun.
Kane's eating right now. It's fine.
All right.
He's not doing anything. I don't want to be too meta with it.
So I just noticed this description again, or
Yeah,
this like
basically.
Like the sequence and stuff, which I did not notice. So,
And I mean, I don't like Kane didn't read the poem either, so it wouldn't be.
Nope.
so.
Yeah, you can do what you want for now, but this is sort of niggling at the back of your mind. There's something in the back of your mind that you can't quite put your finger on that makes you wonder if something here is important.
well, interesting talk. All right. Do.
Yep. So you two have that conversation. Meanwhile, quite a bit of time has passed. Kane, have you done anything, or are you just sort of like messing around, flipping daggers, that kind of thing?
Yeah, Kane's super bored. You know,
All right.
he's just chilling, eating some food.
All right, Fallon, doing some gnome salts.
I wanted to step out the front door a little and.
All right. Yeah, sure. So you step outside into that cave. It still has sort of low illumination to it, even though it's the evening. Like, it's dim, but you can see pretty clearly. Go ahead and roll a d20. All right. you have a trip that's kind of, it's kind of what you've been missing. It's the quintessential gnome salts trip, which is to say that there are like all these crystals and shards of ice on the wall, and as you look, at first they sort of sparkle like a disco ball, and then patterns of yellow and green sort of swirl around them. Inexplicably, you see like Johann and Halil and Alistair's faces kind of in sort of a weird fractal pattern. And it sort of makes you blink a little bit, but then you come back and it's just sort of waving. You maybe have some music playing faintly in the back of your mind. And it's just sort of like a little light show, along with that familiar feeling of contentment.
Cool.
All right. Anything in particular after you head back inside?
I'm gonna go snag a bed.
All right, cool.
Bed area.
Ernan, you've got some time. You doing anything?
Not really, no.
All
Do some
right.
card tricks, and then go crash.
All right, sure. Yeah, you sort of screw around with your cards for a while, sort of practice some things. Actually, give me sleight of hand.
That would be a 2.
That'd be a 2. Okay. Yeah. You've been working on, being able to do crafty things with cards for a while, but the work continues. Kane, from where you're sitting, you kind of smirk a little bit.
No, sorry, I see you do this.
Aaron's effort. Well, you're at the table.
Okay.
I try to do like the flicking it between my hands thing, like midair, except they kind of just fall to the ground.
Can I go over, or can I just be like, here, let me see this card. Let me show you show you a couple tricks I know, and try and do some crafty card stuff and deck show him though.
Okay. You hand the cards over to Kane, Aaron?
Sure.
All right, Kane, give me a sleight of hand check. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you show him just sort of some standard things, how to like flip cards between the top and bottom of the deck really simply, how to shuffle the cards but sort of stack it while you're doing it without it being obvious. Just a few like basic useful tricks.
You
like
cheat cards.
Yeah, see,
Could you?
No, like, see, like, just with these few tricks, you could do a lot with just a couple of these like simple things. Just practicing like a mirror, and you'll be good at it. No problem.
Aaron,
I would like to roll to shame him.
Why are you shaming me?
To shame him?
Yes, for stacking the deck of cards.
I would never stack
roll
against my
intimidation?
friends.
That would be a 16.
Okay. Kane, he gives you a pretty good glare.
I would never stack the cards against my friends. I don't know what you're talking about.
I would like to insight check
give
that.
Me insight.
Can I insight
26.
this as well?
Oh shit.
You said 26?
Oh, exactly.
26.
Okay.
No, man, he's telling the truth.
The two of you just have this moment of Kane just being like, so you know how when you're acting innocent, it's really easy to overact it? Aaron, you look at Kane, and he is perfectly at that point, just the right amount of innocence, where most people, maybe even knowing it's Kane, would be like, this seems pretty genuine, and you just have this niggling impulse at the back of your head. You're like, this guy is a practiced liar, I know it, but he's doing it so well that you can't like prove it or anything. And there's this weird sort of mixed feeling of like respect and disapproval for Kane.
Max just believes me though.
Also, Aaron, give me another sleight of hand check based on Kane's coaching.
It is now an 8.
So now an 8. All right. You try to practice what Kane showed you, but you don't do nearly as good a job as he does.
Just just keep it up, Aaron. Like, give it a few days. You know, you'll have it. You know, keep practicing in front of the mirror or something. You'll get this. It's not that hard. So once you get, just takes practice.
All right. So this is sort of what's been going on in the meantime. Maxis, I'm amused. I see where you stuck your token. Maxis, Colleen, you sort of had this weird wondering moment between the two of you about what might be going on with this poem. Are you sharing any of the stuff that you read with any others, or are you sleeping on it?
Share with me.
I
Did
feel
you
like
get my whisper?
Ugh.
Ugh.
I see the whisper. Let me think real quick. Give me investigation, Colleen.
Get you a whisper.
You don't think so. The items seem fairly random, just sort of left by, whoever happened to come through. And there's kind of a pile of them. There are more of the mementos than the sculptures. Obviously, the only way to be sure is to try it, but you're skeptical.
Gonna try it. I'm all about diddling.
Okay, so you're doing that. Maxis, were you going to say anything? I forget.
So how baked is Fowler?
Okay.
Whoa.
Is he just like completely useless for the rest of the night here? Or
No, he might be, a little bit, needs some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some serious time while he's outside doing his thing. But he is practiced at this stuff. Like, honestly, give me insight.
I can tell you.
Yeah,
how I think it
17.
goes.
I know my drugs. Nothing else.
You notice that he's under the influence of something. He seems a little bit more. He's normally like mellow, but like extra mellow, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
When he comes back in, but he seems, like he can think and talk and stuff.
All right. Well, I'm going to invite him, and he can either choose to or not to come in here. But then I am going to probably come in here and just kind of like, okay, so I've been reading the journal. Everyone understands that I've been reading the Earthbreaker. I've been doing it for days now.
You can read?
I will beat you with this turkey leg. Anyways, moving on.
I would very much like to see this, actually.
Moving on. For now, we'll get back to it. But I have found a couple of things. One, I think the vestige that we're looking for is a small red stone that is hung on a black chain, and I show them the thing about that.
But not like a ruby, right?
I don't believe it's a ruby. In fact,
Okay.
actually, that agate that I had, the moss agate, that's not red, is it?
It's pink.
Pink? Okay.
Yeah, that's the stone. That's that other one. You must have it. You should give that one to Kane.
I'm not giving it to Kane. Absolutely not.
Or a great trucker with magical crystals.
Besides, I'm already carrying so much shit for you because no one can find a place to put this goddamn gold.
I'm just saying that the cursed gems are Kane's specialty.
Regardless. So I'm going to show them the description of that, and then later on, after many, many dire warnings, which, trust me, is not really a thing for my people. It's either you're stupid enough to fall for it, or you live, and so whatever, there was no purpose in warning you in the first place. But there's like really strong warnings in this, and it also has something to do with this poetry thing at the end, but
Can I see the poem?
I'm a little yes. I show him the book, and then addressing everyone else, I was not confused. That did not come out of my mouth. None of you heard that. But I don't know what the fuck it means.
So after reading the poem, can I try something? All right, can I go back?
Yeah,
to
sure.
the kid
I
in the
am taking
statue?
the book back when you
Yeah.
get this one.
Okay,
Can I just go
so
back to the kid?
so
and just
Maxis,
investigate the
Kane,
kid?
you see Kane read the poem, and then give Maxis, just Maxis, give me insight.
19.
You see what appears to be a light bulb going on in Kane's brain, and you're surprised and slightly confused, but impressed. I'm just making fun of you, Kane. But yeah, Kane, you sort of like flip the book back to Maxis, get up, and just go straight into the other room. You see Colleen sort of examining the statues in the room. You can tell that she's tried hanging various of those mementos on them to see if that does anything. She's currently looking at the ice sculpture of the leader and trying to like look at the wall around where he's pointing and that kind of thing.
So I'm just gonna go up to the kid statue. Is there anything on or around the statue? It's like
Kid statue is right there. It's just there's a statue of an older Goliath, and then behind it a kid. Which, mind you, when I say kid, this is a Goliath kid. So he's actually over 4 feet tall. But no, he's just sort
he
of
was as big as me.
he's sort of
Yeah.
tugging at the guy's coat and looking slightly to the left out towards you.
All right. Okay, let's look at the kid. And like, do you know what we need to do? Just out loud to the statue.
Okay. So Colleen, you hear Kane come in. Actually, Colleen, give me insight.
You're gonna be front of me again, Casey.
Wait, what?
You're gonna make fun of Kane again.
No. You hear Kane say, "Do you know what we need to do?" And your initial impulse is to just sort of be like, "What?" Like I'm trying to figure that kind of thing. And as you turn around, you realize that Kane is looking straight at this statue of the Goliath child. And for a moment, nothing happens. Kane, you barely start to feel disappointed. And then both of you see the statue blink slowly. You see it sort of. Actually, let me get some of this new music going on. Actually, no.
Why do I feel like we're about to fight a statue, even though we haven't had our nap yet?
You watch as it sort of limbers a little bit, and then turns its body completely around towards you, Kane. It looks at you unblinkingly for a long moment, and
Hi.
then he says,
Can we see this from over here? That there's a statue that has just stepped out of this wall portion over here?
you guys are some distance away. Give me perception. Anyone in the other room?
Demon, kill it!
That's a 9.
Okay. Maxis, you, from where you're sitting, notice what's going on. Notice that the statue has begun to move.
I would be like, the statue's moving. We have another moving statue.
Can it be that Fallon sees it, but he thinks it's residual salt effects?
I'll allow that.
So he just kind of doesn't think about it.
I'll allow that.
Hold up, Maxis. Hold up.
Yeah. There's going to be a few moments before you guys are in the room able to speak. The immediate interaction is going to be with Kane.
That's fine.
Kane, the child, looks up at you and says, "So, it's time then?"
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
Stares at you for another long moment, and around this time, anyone who wants to come into the other room would start to make their way in. Child sort of looks around between all of you. Colleen, his eyes settle on the gem that's hung around your neck, and he says, Very well then. The child steps away from the other sculptures and finds a gap between the leaders and the fire-making Goliath where the wall is bare. And then it touches the wall, which shimmers with a dull pink light. You see the outline of a door and a keyhole. The child touches his finger to the keyhole, which glows. And then the wall swings back on a hinge, and the door opens. And I will reveal just a little bit of this room.
Well, that's a nifty trick, opening the key without a key.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and mark where the door is as well. I actually have a thing. I just need to move it. Come on. I have a thing. It's right there. Let me move it to the other layer. Oh, that's why.
That's what he said.
Dear God.
I the thing, it's right there.
I did that to myself. Alright, that's where the door is. Okay. So the before you go in, the child says, "Go on then. Mind you, only take the stone, though."
Wait, only take the stone? Like, don't bring anything else in? Wait, hold on. What's in the room?
Okay, so
I immediately go for the stone.
you step into the room.
Hey, I'm in here first, Clean.
Yeah, I rush past you and it says only take the stone.
Don't see anything yet. If I see it first, I'm grabbing it.
This is how it is, Kane.
All right. Well, no, we'll sort
I was
this out.
in the room
This
first.
is,
I would see it first.
we will sort
and
this
I would
out.
grab it.
All right.
You're getting caned.
Before everybody rushes for the shinies, allow me to describe the room. So you enter the room. It's lit low but evenly throughout. You can't actually detect the source of illumination. On the walls, you see paintings of faraway places, a giant glacier towering miles over the sea, a shining city on a sea of fire, strange creatures darting through a forest of wild color. You're not sure whether it's the magic of the place or just your imagination, but the pictures seem alive. This thing in the center just appears to be some sort of decorated area that's inlaid into the floor. And then at the far corner of the room, you do see a table with a small pink stone on it in a setting. All right, so we've got a competition here. So Kane had a lead and is going straight for it. However, Colleen sort of vanishes, and let me see, actually, what's the distance here?
30 feet.
No, it's closer to 40, so you have a little distance to go as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying the distance of your spell.
Yeah.
Colleen sees Kane just rushing straight forward and decides to compete over it. So she sort of winks, she disappears suddenly and then reappears much, much closer. I need the two of you to both give me acrobatics.
Give Kane something he's good at.
That's what the check is. Okay. Kane does still beat you to the table, Colleen, but do you want to lunge for it, or do you want to just accept your defeat?
I'm going for it.
Okay, both of you give me sleight of hand. All right. Yeah, Colleen, you make sort of a wild lunge, almost slip and fall on the ground, actually, but catch yourself on the edge of the table. Kane, you snatch it.
Woot.
That's really funny. I'm probably going to just like chill and examine the things of these walls. Are the walls? You said that they seem like they are alive. Are they actually like the paintings? Are they actually like moving, or literally they just are very realistic?
Yeah, you stare at it for a long moment because it's one of those things where as you're walking past, in your peripheral vision, you feel like you catch movement in the painting, but then you turn and look at it and find it to just be particularly vibrant. You don't see it moving, actually, as you look at it closely.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna, like, chill and check out this room for a little bit then, but you guys continue.
Can I just start examining the stone? And keep it, also being aware of people who might try and take it from me.
I'm also gonna be like, you do realize that she has to identify that, so you're gonna have to give it to her anyway, right?
No. I was just examining it.
Maxis, give me history.
With how many of these I have rolled, I really need to, like, have trained in that.
It's fine. So one thing does stand out. You just read through the journal of General Kassir's journey to the city of Brass, which is on the edge of a sea of fire. And as you look at that painting in particular, you recognize that it does appear to be a depiction of the city of Brass.
Okay. And then I guess I'll just, like, rotate around the room, but
So
we don't have to go through all the deceptions.
Examining stone.
Okay, it is a pale pink stone that is set into what appears to be some kind of gold chain, although it's not particularly, like, lustrous.
Wait, a gold chain?
I'm trying to describe it. So you know when something, like, kind of looks like gold, but it doesn't glitter like gold? So it might actually be some similar metal, or it might just be like a low-grade gold or something like that. That's kind of what it looks like. It's pretty simple.
How close does this match the description that was in the book? Because I looked through the book.
It's a black chain.
You did not... Oh, that description. It is different, most certainly. So first of all, that mentioned a blood red stone. This is a pale pink stone.
Alright, can I go to the kid? Is he still, like, walking around and shit?
Well, you'll have to leave the room in order to do that. He's outside.
Yeah, leave the room.
Okay.
I go ask him, what is this, man?
Alright, so you turn and walk out of the room. You find the child still standing close to where you met him the first time. Do you just, like, walk up and say that immediately?
Yeah, like, this is the story you're talking about, but it doesn't... It's not what I was expecting.
I say, Kane, you idiot, from the room.
That was the stone I was talking about. What are you looking for?
Can I come back? Because
it just looks different than what
read
I thought it would.
This entire journal. So
yeah, sure. You follow Kane out of the room.
I was like, he had two stones, not just the vestige. This one was another one that he felt extremely partial to, but didn't actually have any significance. I don't think it's magic.
Okay, cool. Still looks cool, though.
Back to the room. What's up with this fire pit, by the way? It's just inlaid in the ground?
Yeah, it's not a fire pit. It appears to be just decoration.
Okay.
The child still looks at you, Kane, and says, "Your friend seems to have answered your question, but
yeah, he did. I only seen that one passage of it.
So you were looking for something else as well?
We are looking for the vestige of... What was it? Something with a...
Amulet of Foresight?
Yeah, that thing.
Are you going for that name? Is that what you're looking
Yeah.
for?
Yes, thank you.
The child turns and looks at you, Maxis, and says, "And why would you be seeking that?"
There are other people seeking it that wish to use it for ill purposes, and we would rather it not fall into their hands.
Can I'll give a brief rundown of just everything that's going on with the armies and stuff. And
I do not
Getting
have
all
the
that.
patience to listen to this again. He can be satisfied with what I've just said.
that's fine.
You give him the quick
Give
version,
him
Kane.
bullet points.
You give him the quick version. He frowns a little bit and says, I see. So he looks around at you. You seem to have taken some wounds. Have you already explored the palace beyond this floor?
Partially.
A lot of it, but not everything.
He frowns. You should know that this is enchanted. It resets every day at dawn.
Stick.
The castle does?
Yes?
Oh.
That's just evil.
That's good to know.
I was smiling uncontrollably at the end of last session, but
What time
you
is it
guys
now,
have
Casey?
earned that bit of info. The time now, it's about 8 o'clock.
About what?
Hey,
What?
Fallon,
Yeah,
how good
that
you
cut
feeling?
That cut out. What time was it?
About 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the night?
Yeah.
Say, hey, Fallon, how you feeling after your assaults? You
When's-
good for a fight?
When is dawn, technically? Like 5 o'clock? We wouldn't have enough time to get a
Like,
short or long rest
like
in?
6 a.m., something like that.
So Phylan says 63%.
It's good enough.
The implication is if you take a long rest, it's going to reset.
Okay.
I will say that is the mechanic.
Okay. So, what if...
Let's just do it.
Let's
I
fight
mean-
everything again. Let's just do a short rest and then go and fight the thing. Go to the
We...
basement.
yes,
Could be a
but
big-
there are
could be a
people
big
that would
basement.
like to actually have a rest.
Do we need
Is
a
it-
rest for spell slots?
I don't know.
For
I could make do for a fight.
I just need
But-
a short rest to
Not a
get
lot,
some
right?
spells back and health back.
Yeah, I could, a short rest will do fine for me to get my spells back. As long as I'm just not in the front of the fight anymore.
I mean, I'm good. I still have 3 rages.
So short rest
I mean-
and then head out?
I feel like I could do 3 really fucking awesome things. At least.
Alright. I can't do an awesome thing anymore. But I'm fine with that.
So
So-
why don't we go rest? And
I'm willing
Then
to
we'll
count
go
what you
down a
just
little
did as a short rest.
as a rest, okay.
Okay, so I can roll
I,
and hit dice?
Yeah.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
With our +5 to hit things, when does that wear off? And also, if I burn a hit dice, does that come back?
If you
'Cause
burn hit dice, then you can recover back up to the higher total. That is a thing. Aaron's aid spell, I believe he cast it at around. It was so you guys got here around 2. You would have cast it like 3 o'clock, something like that. So you guys probably have. Oh wait, no, it lasts 8 hours. Yeah. So you've got about another 3 hours on it. Colleen's false life spell will have worn off at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about it because I don't feel like 4 points is worth it.
But yeah, if you were to
But-
recover HP, you would recover up to the new maximum, not the old.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
Fallon, don't forget to add your con modifier for those rolls.
I don't have one.
Oh, never mind then. And we'll see how I rolled like 4 3s from hit dice. That was great.
Oh.
Yeah. So once again, any short resty things that you can do those at this point.
Did I get my spell slots back? I do.
You get
No,
those back on a
that's-
long rest.
Okay, never mind.
I do
I've
not
only used
think that rangers have any way to recover them
Okay.
other than
Paul
long resting.
Rangers. Paul Rangers.
Well, thank you, small, or I guess large child statue thing.
He blinks and says, I have been waiting for a long time. I can only hope that this is the right time.
So does this stone do anything? Because I feel like it wouldn't be locked behind this secret.
Oh. I just draw my hands over my face.
Or is there something else? Like, did this guy just like the stone that much?
Yes. What is wrong with you?
Hey, man.
You have no idea what he went to get that. It
I
was
don't-
like real shitty.
I don't know what he went through to get this, so I'm
And I'm
asking
telling
the
you, it
child
was
statue.
very shitty.
I look at the child statue.
He blinks and for the first time, his face has been fairly devoid of expression up to this point, but you could swear that you see him grin. And he says, "You'll find out."
See, I think it's a good personality trait that I can get statues to at least like grin and shit.
I think
Like these stoic beings.
I think that's gonna be cursed. You are just gonna be blasted away by something downstairs. By the way,
It
do you
wouldn't
know
be
what
the
is
first
downstairs? Just
Oh yeah, what he said?
Oh. Danger.
Could you get more specific?
Actually, I can't.
Fair enough. So, anyone else got any more questions for the kid?
Is there any way you could make the dungeon not reset at dawn?
No? Well, you could potentially destroy the entire palace, but good luck.
Not really what I meant. Oh, I will.
Well, I guess we just head out now. Oh yeah, for the record, I'm the one that figured it out. That you really want to talk to.
He just looks at you and allows the rest of the party to feel the shame of that.
That was like Kane's one good idea moment for like a year now, guys. So
He's not wrong.
oh, what happened to Discord Vexus?
I don't know, but I'm expecting we won't hear from him for a little bit.
His camera's down too. For me, at least.
Just a second. Okay. So, are you guys just marching straight downstairs then?
Sure, it's.
All right, we have to. So,
All right. So
Yeah.
you all
I mean,
sigh.
yeah.
You were looking forward to going to sleep at this moment, although you're perhaps feeling grateful that you don't have to repeat a few of those fights from the previous day. And yes,
Oh, quick question.
I would have made you fight the gargoyles again and everything if you set them off. So,
Quick question, Casey. Is there any source of cold water?
of cold water, interesting question. So there are small amounts of cold water that it's one of those things where when everybody looks away from the table that's in that main room, it just kind of refills.
Okay, can I splash some cold water on Fallon's face?
Sure. You wander over, you find a cup, you splash some cold water on Fallon. Or actually, no. Give me an attack roll. Just 1d20 plus
If it lands,
Dex.
I'm slapping you.
Plus proficiency. Fallon, what is your... Oh, just your dex is up to 15. Kane... Oh, Fallon, give me perception, actually, and Kane, give me stealth.
My hood's not up for this, so.
Okay. Yeah. So Fallon, you walk past the table a little bit, but out of the corner of your eye, you see Kane grab a glass and sort of slip up close to you. And at the last moment, you duck out of the way as water flies through the space where your face was a moment before.
And I say, I thought you were an air genasi.
Oh, and actually, wait a minute. Let me... Let me see something.
Well, I guess you're good. You're awake and sober enough for a fight, right? Since you dodged that.
Just because the one time you had no insults, you almost died, doesn't mean everyone else takes it so rough.
Colleen,
Hey,
as Fallon ducks out of the way, you feel a spray of water against the side of your face. It's
But
a
I'm
little
still
startling.
in the room back here. What?
Oh, you're still all the way back there? All right.
Yeah.
is it going
I
to
thought you
work?
were all going to the basement. You said you were all going to the basement.
Do I get water on Gamork?
No, whatever. You don't get water on anyone. I'm wrong.
No.
I'm still very much upset and pouty.
All right.
I have since
Yeah,
put
we're
on the
in the
necklace,
basement, yeah.
by the way. I'm wearing it.
So I guess you guys haven't gone to the basement yet.
I was over here by the food table eating. I didn't know, since I rolled a nat 1 on my perception check to see what was going on over there. I thought it was all a mirage, so I just illusion.
Oh.
So
Okay, so
I've had no idea what's been going on. Y'all have been over there talking and chatting.
Okay, so when I dodge the water, I say we got to go to the basement now. So let's head out. I was just making sure you were alert.
Okay, what happened?
We're going to the basement. Listen, I tried to splash water. In his
Really
face
not
to,
much
wake
has
him up.
happened, Max. You
Nothing's
really
happened.
didn't
Did
miss
the-
anything.
Did the kid not know what is downstairs?
Nope.
All right.
Or at least
Fair
he
enough.
didn't say.
Okay. Is he back to being a statue now, or is he just chilling?
Nope, he's still just
That-
standing
that
there,
a pun?
because apparently Colleen is still in the area.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is that a pun? Because he's an ice statue.
Yes.
Just chilling. What up? Let's go, Colleen.
I don't think there's anything else in there, is there? Do we see anything else that was of value besides the paintings?
Well, he
No.
said not to take anything but the stones. Even if there was, we shouldn't take anything else. Which means a lot coming from
Still, it's nice to have options.
Kane.
Alright, so Aaron, those are the stairs to go up. So, alright, I take it that you're all heading downstairs at this point. So.
Yeah, I am not in the front this time, by the
So,
way.
yeah, so Colleen
Nowhere near.
sort
Yeah,
of...
how about me and the zombie go in front for a little bit? Is everybody down with that?
Yeah, I think you and Zombie. I'm like fourth in line.
Alright. Colleen and Zombie Bro. So Colleen slinks back into the room, along with her zombie, with sort of a dejected look on her face, but finally she sort of shakes her head and goes along with the rest of you towards the downstairs. Alright, and so let me set this up now. So I think we've got... Oh, I need to actually get the... I never put a zombie token on this floor. Hello? There we go.
Hello.
Where are we?
No, I'm
It's
talking.
dark.
I'm talking to
Apparently, I'm going to cast light.
the keys on my computer. You don't. I mean, I guess you can. But it's just
It's
because I
pitch
haven't.
black for me.
Yeah, I haven't revealed the map at all. I'm getting
Oh.
there. I am still.
I'm going to cast light on Kane's left ear.
Okay, for what it's worth, I'm just using standard fog of war. So I'm not. I have done dynamic lighting to folks in the past, but I'm not bothering with it this time. I'm just sort of allowing that there are like wall sconces and that sort of thing. So here is what's going on. I'll reveal a little bit of this more to make it clear. That is another portcullis. And otherwise, you see a fairly nondescript hallway. The floor here is quite clearly stone, rather than whatever material the rest of the castle is made out of.
Okay.
There's a distinctly musty air smell in the air. So yeah, you see this hallway that goes down to the end, as well as this sort of grate here that pretty clearly has a little thing next to it. And Maxis, as you get there, you can see inside. So looking into this room, let me describe what you see. This appears to be either, oh, that's wrong. This appears to be some kind of storage room or kennel, maybe. You can faintly, actually you can see a little bit more from where you're standing. So you see a creature in here. And it looks like the picture, so I'll allow the picture to mostly speak for itself. It's snake-like, with sort of some claws that come around a bird-like maw. If you want to give a nature check to identify it, you can.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, this is a grick. It's sort of a scavenger and predator that lives underground areas.
Is it big?
Or it's more worm-like, I guess.
Would
yeah,
I
it's
have
pretty
had
large.
run into these before with my roll?
Probably not, at least. I mean, like, I don't think you've done much, delving.
Underground spelunking, yeah.
That being
Probably
said,
not.
you recognize it from some description somewhere, and when you mention it, Fallon, Kane, and Colleen might remember having run into them before.
Yeah, the rest of us have spent a lot of time underground. So many tunnels.
What's it do? And also, should we kill it?
Remember when we used to be
Kane
able to
votes yes to the
control
killing.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
it? Ask it its business.
I'm not talking to this thing. I will kill it if we want to kill it. I am not talking to the animal. Absolutely not.
I don't remember these things.
All right. Is this another corner?
Yeah.
Or what's over here?
So going down around there, let me pull that up. You see what appears to be just a spare room of some kind, maybe laid out as a guard room. It just has a table in the corner, a few spears, one of them broken, littering the ground. It appears to sort of block off the rest of the basement. There's a door there.
Okay. I guess I'll just open this door. Fuck it. It'll be fine.
Okay, yeah. You reach out and you open the door. There's sort of another odd-shaped hallway beyond it, and it extends off this direction. Okay. From there, the hallway sort of bends, comes up this direction. And then right here, there is actually a room that has no door. And I will describe this momentarily. Let me see here. So yeah, the room appears to be an abandoned smithy. You see a forge and tools that are lying discarded. And near the... And that forge looks lit. It's not really lit. That's just the only picture I could find of the only good picture I could find of a forge. Or excuse me, of like a furnace. Near the forge, you do notice sort of a puddle of green goo. Stop. I need to look something up real quick. Nobody move.
Also, I'm trying to keep pace with Max's.
Okay.
Maybe like a little bit behind, not noticeable to him.
All right.
Or like behind him, so those things just don't notice me.
I forgot I meant to change the music when you guys went to the basement. There we go.
The basement.
So let me see here. Right.
What do you mean I don't notice you? You're a little hard to miss.
Make a
I'm saying like other stuff doesn't notice me like behind you.
Oh, okay.
Maxis, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 23.
All right. You hear sort of a hissing sound, and instinctively you jump back, actually kind of into Kane a little bit. And you watch as on the ground, right where you were standing, some of that green goo falls to the ground. So actually, let me just represent this real quick. So you have moved back out of that area, and there's now a puddle right there. And you look up and realize that there's some of it clinging to the ceiling. And actually, give me a perception check at this point.
10.
Kane, give me one as well. Yeah, Kane, you notice, looking into the room, there's another patch of it on the ceiling, just sort of in front of the forge. So.
Alright, well, I'm probably gonna hit this thing with an axe, so.
Right here. You're gonna hit the green goo with an axe?
Yeah.
Alright.
Standard operating procedure, really.
Makes sense to Kane, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, give me an attack roll.
26.
Alright, you just smack your axe into it, and you hear a loud clang as the sound of your axe hitting the stone of the floor sounds. The rest of you hear that from where you are as well. And actually, Fallon, you watch as this creature you've been paying attention to sort of scuttles back off into the darkness, sort of recoiling at the sound. Maxis, you look at your axe and pull it up and look for damage on it. You don't see very much, and you thank the enchantment that's on it. You do hear a sizzling sound as some of the green goo drips back off of it onto the ground.
So, wait, so it didn't hurt the thing, and it also didn't hurt my axe?
Correct.
Wow. This is gonna be painful.
Yes?
Is it... I mean, I can't really do anything, so I guess I'm just, like, here, but I guess I'm probably gonna swing again, because I'm not gonna not swing again.
Okay, sure.
Well, I mean, I can't disengage, so it'll hit me anyway.
It's not attacking you, it's just green goo.
Oh, okay, I thought this was like a fucking slime or something.
Oh, yeah, no, I would have... There would be combat and initiative and stuff like that.
Okay,
This is
my
just-
bad, I was
it's like
misunderstanding
green
what is going on.
goo. Yeah, that's
I'm just enjoying the picture of Maxis fighting a puddle.
That's fair. Could I mean, I guess I can just, like, jump over it. Or walk around it in some way. What, would that be athletics to jump over it?
Alright, so Fallon, I'm gonna say yes, but if anything happens particularly soon, I might throw you back a little bit.
Okay.
Alright. Although I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Oh, no, I'm not. That's fine. Okay, so...
I wanted to run upstairs and grab 2 food items off the food
Oh,
table.
you accidentally wrote foot.
Come back.
I got confused.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. So Maxis, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Can I jump over it? Would that be athletics?
No, so you just have a jumping distance that's, I think your long jump is going to be fine because it's based on strength. Yeah, you can totally jump over it. The rules are in the player's handbook for how far you can jump. You just need like 3 or 4 feet to get over this, so I imagine everyone should be fine.
Alright, hopscotch it is.
Alright, yeah, so you jump over it.
I'm gonna jump over here. What's all on this table?
Right. Give me a quick sec. I'm just looking this up real quick so I can lay it to rest, just for others. Long jump is a number of feet up to your strength score, so you're all fine. That's actually really long. Okay, so yeah, looking at the table, it just has. Oh, there we go. That's what I did wrong. It has a bunch of just mostly tools. What? So I guess it might have like you see like a mace there, just a sort of standard mace, a few spearheads, and besides that, just mostly like blacksmithing tools.
Can I see this from where I am?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 things. Would there be any blacksmithing tools that might be worth taking? And also, is there another lighter weapon, like a short sword or a scimitar, or something like that?
You do not see swords. The tools that are there would be the equivalent of like smith's tools from the handbook. You could take those.
I probably will. How heavy is that?
Smith's tools, I've been going lighter than the scores that are actually in the book, but 5 pounds.
Okay.
To take a full set of Smith's tools.
Well, alright, we're gonna have to figure out this weight problem then.
I think we're gonna have to just make Kane start working out.
I just say, yeah, I'm gonna throw this bag of 100 gold at you and be like, alright, you're on your own, kid. Probably not yet, though. So, okay, I'm gonna jump back over this thing.
Okay.
Actually, can I tell what this actually is? Can I roll like a nature check?
You can... Yeah, it'd be nature.
Can I use it as a poison?
Nope.
Is this something that I could try and use as a poison?
You're not quite sure. It's, Kane, you can give the same nature check. It's some kind of green slime that appears to be...
poison kit?
That appears to be, like, acidic, maybe, based on the hiss.
Nature or a poison kit check?
Nature. Poison kit would be
Dang
actually do something with it.
You dip your arrows in it.
I'm gonna catch up to these 2 yahoos.
Yeah, Kane, I mean, you basically notice what Maxis notices. It's not really poison, it's acid.
Well, let me take a small vial and just like... So I actually have a bunch of vials and stuff in the poison kit, right?
Yeah, so... Oh wait, do you have a poisoner's kit now, though?
Oh yeah, I couldn't afford one back in Dale's Harbor.
No, you do not have one, so no, you cannot do that.
Question.
By the way, I want to make sure of something. Maxis, you're giving 100 gold back to Kane? That's what happened here?
No, not yet. Okay. I am actually gonna, like, leave, I think, a crowbar out here on this table, is what my plan is right now. So I have one crowbar.
Wait, why does your... What was the pack that you took?
No, the crowbar was something I bought separately.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna leave your crowbar?
Yeah, for now, because it's the same weight.
Alright.
Can I pick up this broken piece of spear off the ground?
Sure.
Just to use as a stick to poke things with?
Sure. How much does a spear normally weigh?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm figuring out.
I just realized, I'm like, I need a stick so I can, like, do things like poke the mysterious pile of green with a stick. And see what it does.
Yeah, that's
I don't have a stick.
So let me see here. a normal spear weighs 3 pounds. You've got.
I just want the wood. I don't want the pointy metal end. I just want.
Oh, you want the wood
basically.
end?
I want the wood end.
Okay.
I literally want a stick so I can poke things with it before I actually touch it.
Okay. Call that what you want on your character sheet. I'll just say a pound. Sure. Might
Stick
be a
of
little light.
poking.
It is a +1 stick of poking.
It's not +1.
It's
just,
+1 to
So-
poke.
it's just a
Real
stick of
talk,
poking.
guys. If me.
Oh, Fallon, you can't have possibly moved in there unless you open the portcullis.
Oh, there was one?
Yeah, there's a gate.
Yeah.
Right
Well,
to the
there
left
you
of where
go.
you are.
Seriously,
I was standing on top
if
of
me
it,
and
so I couldn't see
Aaron
it.
are gonna be in the party, we're gonna have to find a bag of holding because this.
Oh wait, there's a handle right there.
I've wanted one for the longest time. I completely agree with you. Bag of holding is a must.
Now that I have a stick to poke things with, I would like to catch up with the crazed rogue and make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Whatever happened to
Alright.
my
He's
bag?
probably a crazed rogue.
You're definitely a crazed rogue.
You should have seen me in the next session 1.
Excuse me.
Rogues
Excuse me?
don't come in
Alright.
a sane setting. It's just various degrees of insanity. Oh, great. There's the turn
wait.
order.
Hold on, there's a turn order happening.
Oh, no, I clicked on the wrong thing.
It's like, oh, great.
Okay.
Who triggered the mimic?
The table left. Everyone killed the table.
All right, I'm gonna peek around this corner, I guess.
Alright. Oh, wait.
Everybody move.
I'm doing that wrong.
Everybody move.
There we go.
So, guys, are we? Everyone's good with checking this place out and then going back to Port Town? Yeah.
Sure. There's my path is blocked.
Another
Casey, just for
stone hallway.
purposes of movement, I may not be keeping up, but I'm like right behind Max's.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Say, can we just like move? Set it in
Okay,
order
everybody
to
stop.
move in?
Stop. So,
This is the part where you roll initiative.
Clean is back here. Kane is actually here. Alright, and yeah, just give me a moment to delete all this. Because Maxis, as you round this corner, you know, we've already encountered an aerial elemental. So how would things be if we didn't have another one in the basement?
Hey, it's my third cousin.
Alright, so yeah, everybody roll that happy initiative.
Once again, single digits.
You've been rolling.
It's amazing. My dexterity is literally 10. What? I've been rolling like about a -3 the entire game since I started.
That's
Everything. It's like, if it's a dexterity roll, it's bad.
I don't think you've had an initiative of 10 or higher.
I think I
that's
had
actually one of your
a
higher
12.
ones. Oh, okay.
I think I had a 12 once, but it's mostly been like 3s and 4s.
Why can I not select my token? There we go.
So Fallon should be at 11.
Alright. But yeah, so this,
Are you shitting me? I have fucking an advantage on initiative rolls, and I am just as bad.
You've advantage
How
and
is
+2, my dude.
Yeah. How is this possible?
I also rolled.
Clearly you need to find new dice.
What is that thing?
Fucking roll 20.
Earth elemental.
There's a reason I don't use the roll 20 dice for anything except initiative. That's only because the initiative tracker.
That's a Malphite.
Alright.
Because they're bad luck.
Yeah, it basically is Malphite, although that's actually from the monster manual picture.
Between a rock and a hard player.
Alright.
Okay, so how do I make the tools say that I'm not proficient in them? Or would that just be like
There's
a...
a checkbox, I think, isn't there? You hit the gear,
Hit the little
proficiency
gear on it.
bonus. Oh, no, actually, never mind. That's not an
Yeah,
option.
it goes from proficient to expertise to jack of all trades.
I suppose you could just
no-
put a mod of -3
Oh, that's
on it,
because
wouldn't you?
that section is for your tool proficiencies. If you're not proficient in something, it'll be some other check, and I'll tell you what that is. You don't
Oh, okay.
roll with the tools.
All right. Thank you.
Although the fact that you have them might enable you to at least attempt something that you couldn't otherwise attempt. So.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you round this here corner, and let me see here. Yeah. So this is actually the description that I wrote. You gaze upon another spare, nondescript room. Well, other than the fact that a massive creature of earth and stone stares menacingly at you from it. So Kane, it's your turn.
Arrow.
All right.
What the heck? I'll do a +1 arrow.
Okay.
So is that just to damage or attacking damage? Which has advantage, by the way, because I go first. So I get big attack.
Right. Okay. So that based on initiative on advantage that will hit. So go ahead and roll damage. So it's 11.
That's 12 base.
Wait, 12.
It's +1 arrow, right?
Oh, that's not included on this.
Yeah, it's not included in the attack.
Okay, got it. All right. Well.
So it's 12.
Okay, so it was actually 1725 then. Okay, that's a really bad sneak attack roll.
Wow, that's a terrible sneak attack roll. Holy sh!
But yeah,
3 ones.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind.
You slip around Maxis and fire off an arrow before it can quite gear up for the fight. Dealing a nice little bit of damage.
That's so unfortunate.
Sort of slips in, and you see some little chunks of rock fall off of it. All right. Anything else, Kane?
I'll just stay where I am. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Gamork.
Can he move up to here and ready a dodge or something?
Yeah, sure.
He does that.
Okay. That brings us then to Fallon.
Shall move to here.
All right.
And
yeah, you have an angle from there.
I was hoping I would.
He's a large dude.
Yep, and that's a hit. Your bolt cracks in beside what seems to serve as the face on this thing. All right, yeah, 14 damage. All right,
And
it seems displeased.
end of turn.
All right.
It says, "Oh, we're first in primordial."
That will bring us to Ernan.
Oh, hey, I actually have to do a thing before it moved? That's a nice change of pace.
It rolled pretty low initiative. Actually, Colleen, I think your dex is definitely higher than it, so you're actually ahead of it as well.
Okay.
The monster was
So
last.
I actually might have options besides being totally screwed because people keep getting in my way. So we got one channel divinity left. I suspect this is not going to be the last thing we have to fight.
Probably not.
Because Casey's a jerk like that. So I'm gonna just...
We're missing air and fire still.
My spell slots are like...
We already had air. What?
Water.
I'm just gonna line up and smash with
Fire and
hammer.
water.
Okay, you slip past Kane.
That is 13 to hit.
13 will miss. What was the attack again? Were you just swinging with your hammer?
Take a swing with my hammer.
Okay. Yeah. So you swing down with your hammer, and it just sort of pings off the rock. You didn't quite get a good angle on it. It seems unperturbed.
That's awkward.
All right. So now you're standing there.
Yeah, nothing else I'm doing.
All right. Maxis.
Okay, can I move? If I move up here, could I circle around this thing a little bit
Yeah, sure.
without provoking an attack of opportunity?
Yep. That's fine.
All right, and then I will once again hit it with my axe.
All right.
19.
That is a hit. So you bite in straight on top of it. Yeah, 10 damage. All right.
And then one more. Oh, 13.
Yep, and then your second hit, you try to swing around and come at it from the side, and you don't get that proper edge alignment, and you sort of just slide off of it.
I need to remember that I can do that. I need to say reckless attack first.
Yep.
But oh well. All right, continue. Thank you.
All right. Colleen.
I will slowly sulk my way over.
All right.
You hear shenanigans. And you're
Yeah,
going to
I
investigate.
hear shenanigans, so it would make me want to move slightly faster than that. But I'm.
You're okay. Are you purposefully not moving your whole speed?
I'll move my whole speed.
Okay.
I was just counting blocks and got confused between myself and my zombie, even though I'm moving them at the same time.
Yep, that's fine. So you're just moving your speed and stopping? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that will bring us to Ed the Earth Elemental's turn.
Ed boy?
Yeah, Eddie boy. He's just going to slip over to here. And note there is a wall between it and Gmork. Let's see. Who does it want to go after? Who does it want to go after?
Definitely not the rogue.
No, it'll go after the cleric. So, 2 swings coming at you.
Who?
Cut out, so I don't know who he's going
2
after.
swings coming after Aaronin. Swing
Look at
1.
me.
23.
Aye.
So one of its fists comes slamming down on top of you, dealing 17 damage.
That's very rude.
And the second one comes in at a 22,
That also hits.
Good God.
dealing 7 damage.
That's more reasonable.
So the second one
That's
just
more like it.
sort of comes in and sort of rattles you through your armor, but not as bad. Yeah, that's its turn. Kane.
I'm gonna stab it.
Yup.
I mean, you could have probably stabbed it from there, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. But
As
maybe
long
he
as
wanted
you're
to
in.
move.
Well, I'm just.
Oh, I
can
could've?
Can we?
Yeah,
can
you
we
could've.
move? Will we
Oh.
attack from that, like an angle like that?
Yeah, sure. You can attack from an angle like that.
I probably shouldn't have moved where I did then. Oh well.
Okay, but yeah, that is indeed going to be a hit. So you
What are my
just
sneak attack rolls today?
that was also pretty bad. Yeah. So yeah, you just sort of slip to the side and skewer it. Given that it's basically made of rock, you're pretty sure that wouldn't have been as effective once again if you were not wielding a magical rapier, but happily you are, and magic is bullshit. So, all right.
So I do that, and then I'm going to use a bonus to disengage, and then be like, just let us pass, and we don't want to, we'll be hurt. In Primordial.
Okay.
I don't get to speak it often. I'm mostly just because I can.
Yeah. You see it.
It might work.
You see it sort of look at you, and most of you hear something that kind of sounds vaguely like, I'm trying to come up with a good description of this.
Gravel and a concrete mixture thing with gravel.
Yeah, kind of like that. It sounds kind of like you had like some gravel and like wet concrete that you poured into a garbage disposal that was running really slow. That's kind of what it sounds like, if that makes any sense. Kane, you interpret that as, huh?
All right then.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Sorry, movement, bonus action.
All right. Gmork.
Can he move over here and attack?
Yes.
He do it.
All right.
He bite.
He attack, but he also protect.
That is a hit.
All right, and he goes chomp.
All right, so let me see here. I have to check something. I think it's large or I don't know if it's large or smaller, or medium or smaller that works on the bite. Let me see. Let me see. Oh no, it's just if the target is a creature. Holy shit. Gmort can technically knock the Tarask prone, I think. Is this thing...
I'd love to see that.
It does not have a condition immunity to prone, so alright. It does indeed need to try to make the save.
Don't make the save. Don't make the...
Wow.
Oh, God.
Alright.
How many of you look at Gmork in awe?
I look at them working. I'm pretty impressed.
So
I would like to say good boy and give him a pat on the head.
yeah, so Gmork sort of like springs to one side and then springs out towards the creature. You hear sort of an uncomfortable scraping sound as he tries to bite into it. You do see little bits of rock fling away, but you know, it's one of those. The magic on your weapons is helping this kind of things. That being said, just with the weight of his pounce, he drives the creature off of its legs, and it sort of slips and stumbles to the ground.
Does it say anything as it falls?
It says
Ow.
exactly what it said after to you before. It just says
Huh?
It says again. It's a very confused earth elemental. All right. Anything else for Gmork?
No, he's good.
All right.
If I move over here, do I have a shot?
I think you
Shooting
have one where you
over
are.
Gmork at a... So, the creature being prone, I think, actually makes ranged attacks against it have disadvantage.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, given how large it is, yes, you have a shot, but I think you have disadvantage because of the range.
What if I just go to here?
I mean, because of the prone. Again, I'm just... there's a little bit of video game physics in D&D, because...
Laying on the ground, so it's a smaller target to hit.
So just to here then.
I mean, you have disadvantage because
Again,
it's prone. It
yeah.
doesn't change
Because
where you are.
Oh, so it's just the fact that I'm ranged.
Correct.
Okay, let's do it
So,
anyway.
wait, do you remember how prone works? If a creature is prone, melee attacks against it have advantage, but ranged attacks have disadvantage.
Ooh.
Oh.
Don't take up all my spots for melee attacks, guys.
Hold on. How long is it going to take them to get over here? 100 years. Okay. All right. Well, then I will move here, and I will.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. No, I take that back. The rule is actually an attack roll has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack has disadvantage.
Melee and ranged.
Yeah, and so I would also say, and so then normally, if you make a point-blank ranged attack, it has disadvantage. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna figure this out real quick for the future. So make a ranged attack. Okay, yeah, but then. Okay, so here's how this technically works. The way that prone works is not specifically attacking with a melee weapon. The rule says if you're within 5 feet. So because of that, if you got up point blank and tried to shoot it, it would have advantage because of that. But there's a rule that says if you make a ranged attack while a hostile creature is within 5 feet of you and not incapacitated, and prone is not considered incapacitated, then the attack has disadvantage. So those would cancel, and if you made a point-blank crossbow attack, then it would be a normal shot. If you attack it with a melee weapon, you'd have advantage. Alright. Got there.
I hit him with the Terra Mace.
Okay.
I'm not using a charge, I'm just like meleeing him.
Yup, you hit.
Oh, does it happen automatic?
No.
I don't. Okay, I have to say I want to do that.
That's just how it's set up. I don't. probably shouldn't
Okay.
be on the attack thing. You just put both on the same thing.
My
Yeah.
bad.
So you come up, you pull out your sick-looking mace. So Aaronin and Maxis, you see Fallon sort of pull out this mace that has like a sick-looking skull on it, and just whack the thing.
It's Radiclus. Fuck.
And yeah, you deal that damage.
Okay, Gamork then attacks with
Yep.
bite again with advantage.
That's a crit.
So he go like that.
You go chomp. Yep. Okay.
Good boy.
So it's another that. All right. More bits of gravel flying in the air.
Huzzah! All turns ended on my part.
Aaronin.
I'm going to try again and smash him with the hammer. Two-handed. And
Go
I'm
for it.
very glad I have advantage because that was a 4. That is much better. That is 15 plus 7. Yeah, plus 7, so that's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
I smash him with a hammer. Ah. That is 10 bludgeoning plus 11 thunder.
Move down 5 feet.
Okay. Oh, the 11 thunder is just from you. Just sort of get that. Is that like a once a turn thing? I'm trying to remember.
That's it. If I smash him with a hammer, I can also make it do thunder damage.
Right.
And I mean, duh.
Okay. Non-magical hammer, right? It's just a
It's
hammer.
a +1 hammer of hammering.
Oh, really? I forgot I gave you a +1.
You gave me a +1 hammer, so I'm using my +1 hammer. Oh wait, no, I forgot. That's +3, so it's 13 bludgeoning.
Wait, what's
That's a
plus
+3. The bludgeoning damage.
Okay, wait.
Why is
Now
it
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm gonna pull up your character sheet real quick.
Why is it saying 1d10 plus 3?
That's probably for your.
Oh, strength mod.
Okay, it is a
Yeah.
Warhammer +1. Okay, so based on the fact that it's +1, it's just like one like. So what's the damage again? I'm sorry.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, you rolled a 10.
D10.
So it's.
I rolled a 10 on my d10, so
So
I just forgot to add the bonus damage.
Okay, so it's 11 bludgeoning, and then the thunder is something else. I forget the rule for that.
And I get +2 for my strength modifier too. Right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, so that's the +3 coming on. So yes. 13 bludgeoning and 11 thunder.
Okay.
I forgot about. Oh yeah, I get to smash him extra hard because I'm buff.
Yeah. What are you rolling for the thunder, by the way? I'm sorry, I'm just getting used to the rules.
2d8s.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. So,
11 and
Aaron,
a 4.
you know, Gamork has knocked down the creature for you. You gather yourself up and just thunder down on this thing. The rest of you hear sort of just a clap of sound from around you, and watch as just rock bits fly into the air from where Aaron is smashing down into it. So that is 24 damage. All right.
I would like to scream hammer down as I do it.
All right, cool. Maxis.
In a very German accent.
I mean, this seems a little lewd at this point, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with this again.
Okay.
I like how it's just laying in the ground. We're just in a circle around. Just
As I was
beating
saying,
on it.
we're just beating the shit out of it while it's on the ground.
That hits.
16.
All right. Yep. At this point, you're feeling it soften up. Sort of a chunk of rock goes flying off one direction as you
Is it
just
saying
sort of wood
anything
chop down
about-
onto it.
Yeah. Okay.
That
17.
is also a hit.
10.
More chunks of rock. It seems distressed. And anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Kane. I'm trying to think what it would say in this situation.
It's a very unfortunate situation it's in.
Perhaps something along the lines of why.
I was just say, yeah, what the shit, bro?
Alright. No, just sort of a resigned why. Alright, Colleen, it's your turn.
I feel bad now.
In fairness, this particular enemy is a lot less scary when all of you are there the entire time. Alright, that it for you?
Oh.
For what it's worth, you can't actually see it from where you are because there's a wall.
But I could cast Tidal Wave around the corner.
You could.
I guess that's what I'll do. Well, I'm not doing anything.
Alright. The creature is going to stand up. And yeah, you know what? It's gonna keep focused on its target. So Aaron, coming at you. That's a crit fail.
Yay!
Oh,
Is it still laying on the ground?
Oh shit. Wait a minute. Okay.
Aw.
So it looks at you, and Kane, you feel like if it could cry, it probably would. But Aaron, it takes a clumsy swing towards you. You like just sort of step back slightly, and it slams back down onto the ground. Sort of stumbles a little bit. Its next attack is going to have disadvantage based on that. But it's going to go for you one more time. Sort of off balance, swinging with its other arm. Yeah, and that's an 11. Honestly, Fallon, I was thinking of the same thing. And as it, I presume, misses with an 11, sort of just grazing the edge of your armor, Aaron, it slips and falls again and uses the rest of its movement to pick itself back up. And just braces itself for the inevitable. Kane, it's your turn.
I feel so bad now.
Can anyone speak to this thing to see if it wants to
I
just
can.
like...
Kane.
I can. Do you? Can I just say to it like do you? If we let you live, we just, not do anything.
It rumbles something back to you, and it basically says, "This is not a particularly intelligent creature, but the words you get are I, Guardian."
Okay, I'm gonna move. Can I move next to Aaron, like below him?
Sort of slipping through some traffic there, but yeah. That is moving in and out of its attack range, though, so it will get an attack of opportunity if you try to do that.
How is it moving in and out? What?
Because you're by a wall right now, so you actually have to like slip through the space that Gamork and Aaron are in order to get there.
Yeah, but I'm staying in its attack range though.
No, that's moving into its threat range. It's a little bit
going
of
there, moving in and out.
Oh, that. I'm sorry, I was looking at the other spot. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. I guess I'll just be like, I'm sorry. Stab it.
All right. Roll your attack.
My bad, but loot.
Roll a d20.
I have advantage. What?
Why?
No, I don't. Never mind. I have sneak attack, not advantage.
You somehow healed it.
I should just put it back to full based on that.
He shut his eyes and then accidentally freaking stuck me with a rapier.
Yeah, can we just say I like closed my eyes or something? Like I'm just strangely doesn't want to kill this thing.
Yeah, and you can tell you don't want to kill it because it's right there. Like everybody's surrounding this thing, and you just sort of clumsily reach out with your rapier, and the rest of you watch as it just sort of weakly slides off, as if like an 11-year-old girl had sort of tried to poke this thing.
That extra bit flavor. I guess I'll disengage and just go sit in a chair.
Where are you going?
Those chairs.
Oh wait, let me see here. You've moved.
And now there's another trap that's gonna be set off.
I guess you actually can do that.
Just sit in the chair.
I don't think it's actually a chair though. If you zoom
What is
way
it?
in on it, it is an open chest.
Okay, what's in it?
It's gonna go.
Nothing. It's
Kane's like, this
empty.
is the best chair.
Yeah, you know what?
Gonna go put a binding of Isaac and just get in a chest, close the lid.
Okay, you're
I'll
just standing there.
just stand there and be like, "You fought well.
Okay,
You made your masters proud."
give me perception from where you're standing.
He's gonna get eaten by something out of here.
A torrent of fire comes.
The chest.
Okay, from where you're currently standing, you can see to your right. I haven't. Here, let me reveal a little bit more so that you can just see that.
I mean, I see a lever or something.
You see another portcullis, and looking through that, here is what you see.
Ah!
I don't like spiders.
Jesus Christ.
There's always,
So many spiders.
always fucking spiders.
You can see that far? Gee. Man, if only we could charm him to, like, go talk to these spiders for us.
I can't talk to spiders.
All right, so that's what you see from where you're standing.
I know what I'm doing next, huh?
I mean, they are behind a
Arrows to
locked
portcullis.
gate.
It's a portcullis. That means there's like gaps, right?
There are gaps, yeah, small gaps, very small.
I mean, are they still an arrow?
How big is
you
a
would have
fireball?
difficulty shooting an arrow through it, but you can see through it. Yep, that's a hit.
As a 5-foot spider.
All right, I will roll another strength save.
Just barely.
Yep, keeps its feet under it. It is determined to go down. What? Like a man, sure.
Like a rock man.
Did it react to what I said about it
That is
fighting
also
well
a hit.
and making its masters proud?
You see a pebble come out of its face area as Fallon smacks it with his mace, and you see it crack at various places down its body and just sort of shatter and slump to the ground.
Kane takes a seat just on the ground up against the wall. It's like there's spiders over there.
Oh yeah, now out of initiative, by the way. I'll also reveal...
We're out of initiative even though we know there's spiders over here?
Correct, because you have not aggroed the spiders at this point. They're behind a blocked portcullis. You can see down this hallway, it terminates in a chest. Aaron, from there, you can get a clearer picture of most of the room. You can't quite see the corners, but you can see that.
Ooh.
What is this thing that I'm next to?
It's just like a wooden, what's the
Crate?
word I'm looking for? Yeah, basically.
Is this what my fancy shield looks like?
Your fancy shield?
Yeah, that I got from upstairs from the night dudes.
What are you asking about?
I do.
The shield that I took from the night guys.
Oh, that thing.
Also,
I was
Nice.
curious why you were asking about that, because you can't actually see it from where you are. That being said, if you were to go over there, it's just random crap.
Theoretical question. Since I know that this shit is about to restart, is my shield just gonna disappear in the morning when all of this shit resets?
It's an
I just
interesting
gonna-
question.
This is gonna be fun. Alright, well,
Kane smells loot.
I'm gonna poke this with my axe.
You're gonna poke the chest?
Yeah, Yeah, go ahead and get it, loot boy. Alright.
All right, you poke the chest. Nothing happens.
Is the
Open.
chest locked?
Um,
All right. Well,
it
I'm
is-
checking for
it is
traps.
latched. Okay, give me
Checking for traps and stuff.
perception, Kane.
Is that a crossbow on the ground?
Yeah.
Yep.
We need to go in here.
I'll be over in a second.
You know,
Jesus.
it seems
Clean.
okay.
Are
The
they,
real
are they
treasure was
locked?
mine all along.
I'm just gonna see what Colleen's up to.
So are there any traps?
You don't notice anything.
I open the chest.
All right.
I'm gonna head this way while keeping as close an eye as I can on the portcullis.
Say, yeah, if this is also not locked, I'll open that too. So,
So yeah, you open the chest, Kane, and it's mostly empty, but inside of it, let me see here. Wait a minute. How did I set this up?
Huh?
I'm trying to read my own writing, basically. Okay, I must have done it like this. Inside of it, you find 2 pearls, so mark on your inventory what, like... Actually, do you already have a pearl?
he doesn't clean.
Yeah,
does.
you do. Increase your pearl count from 1 to 3.
Where?
Towards the bottom of your inventory.
I would like to push past the zombie and go for the second chest in the middle.
Okay, just a second. I see you all lined up in front of your respective chests. Har har. So Kane, you find 2 pearls, and in addition, you find what you recognize to be a healing potion. Standard healing potion. Weight 0.2. Aaron, no wait, Colleen and Fallon, did either of you already announce? I'm trying to remember the order people announced.
I haven't actually
Okay.
said anything
Alright,
yet.
so Aaron sees you all standing around, pushes straight past the zombie and opens that center one. And that one contains also some gemstones. Marked down, here's what that one contains, Aaron.
I'm not unconvinced you're making up words now.
It's just 2 Chernobyl.
Note
That's
the
all I gave you.
distinct lack of denial, too.
I guess I'll open mine, seeing that nothing bad happened when he.
He gave you 2
Yeah.
Chernobyls and a tourmaline.
Okay.
Chernobyls.
Colleen, you open yours and you find an amethyst. Incidentally, all of these are rather nice gemstones. So Kane, all the ones that you got in the Quaddle room, as well as the ones you guys are finding right now, are 100 gold gemstones. So you can go ahead and mark that if you want to know like the base worth of these for the future. So Colleen, that amethyst is also worth 100 gold. You also find 2 spell scrolls inside.
Yes.
They are these.
Ooh. I'm gonna just pocket those real quick.
Fallon commands his chest to open as well.
All right. So Fallon, you kick, or actually, let me see. Yeah, you kick the chest, which springs open, and a yellow light comes from it. Faintly, somewhere you hear some music playing that goes da 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 da. You think it must be the gnome salt still wearing off.
Nice.
I gotta take me up a new hobby. My tobacco's just not doing it with these gnome salts around.
You get
You don't even know.
those. Those are also 100 gold gemstones.
Okay.
So Maxis, you getting in on the party, or are you gonna let Kane?
Well, yeah, I said I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
open it earlier. I was assuming that I was last in line.
Yep, you get this.
Sick.
How much do these weigh?
All the gemstones are 0.02. The healing potions are 0.2.
Yeah, I didn't get one of those. Cool.
So yeah, there just seems to be a bunch of loot down here for no apparent reason.
No big deal.
Can I look at Maxis and be like, what if the Earth Elemental was friendly?
What's your point? And then I walk out.
Maybe not the person to ask about that.
Let's ask the guy that kills monsters for a living if he feels bad about killing a monster.
Alright, and as you all are sort of wandering around this room post-combat, I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Perception.
Nat 20.
Oh shit.
Perception.
7.
Okay, so Ernan, you had actually noticed this in the midst of the fight, so if you want to do anything about it, you're first in line. The rest of you sort of notice it now. Well, not the rest of you. Fallon, Colleen, the two of you also notice this now. There's sort of what seems like an odd seam in the wall, right where I'm clicking.
I would like to go poke the seam in the wall with my +1 stick of poking.
Interesting.
That's
Roll.
exactly what I was waiting for.
Roll a.
Roll for poking.
Roll a D100.
Does he get +1 to it?
No, just percentile dice.
That's a 53.
Okay. You poke the seam. Nothing happens. Would you like to continue to poke?
Poke on.
Yeah.
Are you
I'd
poking
like
the
to
wall?
poke it a little higher up, though.
Okay.
I can put some air in there.
I will let you continue to poke up to 3 more times.
Another
You're gonna go
D100?
blind.
Yeah, continue to roll
I'm telling
D100.
you, you're gonna go blind.
You know what? It's a +1 stick of poking. Add 1 to whatever you get.
Okay. That's an 85 then.
Oh, okay. No, that'll do it. So yeah.
You die.
So, you poke the seam, nothing happens. Randomly, you're like, here. And you reach out with your stick, and the rock that's in the wall slides back as you poke it. And, Alright. And this entire section of rock sort of pushes back and sort of into the wall that's by it. And you see another hallway that leads back.
The
Hey,
shit is
Colleen.
What is the orange thing?
Oh, that's something that I was supposed to have on a different layer.
that?
Can you-
One of them- it's a laser wall.
Can you make a bunch of fire?
Yeah, turn off
I
the
was
laser wall till
never
we get
one
past
for
it.
fire.
Okay, but can you?
A good magician never reveals his secrets.
No, wait. How's this conversation happening? Colleen, are you back in the other room?
Yeah, I'm coming back. I was just reading
There you go.
spells.
Okay.
Can you set that room on fire?
I can set the room on ice.
Hey,
That's
wait.
the opposite.
Let's not set the room that we're trying to get stuff out of on fire. It seems like a little bit of a self-defeating problem.
What if I
Can I
make it
fire an
rain
arrow?
ice? What if I make it rain ice?
Can I fire an arrow through the portcullis?
It does not seem like it would be effective based on the small size of the holes in the grate.
You guys are big and ugly.
Actual question: are we ever going to go in this room?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I was
probably.
I don't think so.
I was
don't-
legitimately about to cast an ice storm in here before everybody was like, "Oh, hail of treasure."
No, let's check the other door first, and
I mean-
and then go in the room full of spiders.
Ice is probably not gonna hurt anything terribly inside. Is
I
that-
mean, it's 2d8 bludgeoning damage plus 4d6 cold damage.
I mean,
It's going to literally be a hailstorm.
Sure.
It will be ice and pain and death.
But for instance, this nice crossbow that Fallon was eyeing earlier is probably not going to hurt that. Maybe.
You do realize that insects don't like the cold, right?
I'm not
Does the
arguing
crossbow actually look nice, Casey?
It's an interesting question. If you get close enough, you might be able to get a good look and tell.
and get bitten
Or
by this
anybody
spider
who
right
is
here.
close, which in this case is Maxis and Ernan. You could also try to gauge the worth of this thing. I've been calling that history, so why not?
Do you... Man, damn it, Casey.
It
Why
needs
can't
to
it
be
be
an
like...
intelligence check of some kind. I don't know what better to make it.
You can make an intelligence check.
I could, but I want to
I
give them a
like
chance for a
history.
bonus.
Investigation.
Investigation
Alright.
could work too.
Could I...
What was your roll, Ernan? Did you roll?
Or what am I rolling for?
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Maxis?
I thought we were debating whether or not we were going to turn these spiders into popsicles.
Yeah, you were.
Well,
So
try to figure
Maxis,
out how-
it does not look particularly nice. It just kind of looks like a crossbow. fact,
can I see anything else
It
in the
even
room?
looks vaguely shitty.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
Kane,
go in the spider room, guys.
Can
allow
I...
me
Before
to
we
reveal
do
some
that...
things. Sorry, just a second.
Damn it,
Just
Kane.
tiptoeing over there.
You're gonna get stuck behind a wall, buddy.
Yeah, I don't trust Casey's lines
Oh,
anymore.
whoops.
They freak me out.
I
have
was
night
tiptoeing.
terrors.
Yeah, don't lock him in until he's past the line.
Terminates in another wall there.
Aha.
Could I also
Could
see
I?
if like these spiders are like poisonous or anything like that? Anything to do with them?
Nature.
12.
Spiders are usually poisonous. These ones are pretty big.
Hmm.
Although, then again, are they classic giant spider big? You're not sure.
Can I see and do my own nature check?
You can see the spiders. Go ahead and
To
give
have
me
a
nature.
bestiary thing.
Yeah, but you haven't like studied it or anything. That being
Oh, I have
said,
to study it.
that being said, you know exactly what these are. These are giant wolf spiders. They're like the ones you fought way back in the day that ambushed you at your campsite.
Oh yeah, we were way low level then, so we should be able to take them. Just kidding.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You said they were just like. So Fallon says, "Look, let's open this, and I'm gonna cast a spell on the ground."
Kane's
Don't
hand is
rush
on the
in.
lever.
I'm literally standing here waiting to cast Ice Storm the second we open the door.
Kane's hand is on
I
the
mean,
lever.
if he thinks they're gonna be not super difficult, maybe we shouldn't burn one of your higher level spells. Why don't you switch me spots, and I will go. We can move slowly into this room while he's casting a spell.
There's a room with 10 giant spiders in it.
Can't you cast
I'm
the sleep
Ice
storm
Storm
without
room.
opening the door? Because you can see
That's
past it.
true.
I'm just gonna Ice Storm the room, okay?
Will it make it slippery
I'm
or
fine
something?
with this.
Yes, it will also make the room difficult terrain until my end of my next turn.
Well, I was gonna cast spike growth, so that basically we could kill them before they could all get to us.
That's
For
fair.
us ranged folks.
Kane's hand is on the lever.
I'm
so
ice
he's
storming.
doing this to what, guys?
I look at Kane and nod my head like turn the damn lever.
I turn the lever.
I cast Ice Storm.
Okay.
I cast spike growth.
You know what? Kane, Fallon, Ernan, all of you give me initiative.
I mean, I went for their spells, but
Or actually, you know what? No, this all happens roughly at the same time. So those three things are going to happen, and then actually, I'm going to have everybody give me.
Dude, I rolled a 19 for once.
Nice. So everybody
Well, one
give
time
me
it doesn't matter.
initiative.
I'm keeping
Can't
that
click on my
19.
token because Fallon's
that's
on
more
top
like
of me.
it. A
For
nice
once I rolled good, I'm keeping it.
Alright, I'm gonna treat this as a surprise question mark round against the spiders where just Kane, Fallon, and Ernan get to act. Oh, and I just realized something. I forgot about this. This is gonna make this potentially anticlimactic, but we'll see. Alright, so at the same time, a few things happen. first of all, Fallon, let me see. This is 20-foot radius. Are you centering it like close to the door? Far? Oh, actually, can you get the entire room? Yeah, you can get all
center
the
it on that middle
spiders in any
spider.
rate.
Yeah, I can definitely hit all the spiders with mine.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was as many of mine as I can get.
Well, what's your radius, Aaron?
20-foot radius.
Oh, so I believe that yours is even a little bigger. You could cover the entire room in
I just got covering the entire room in ice.
Okay, so yeah, you both basically cover the entire room in spikes and ice.
So that's 10 bludgeoning. And I have too many dice, I keep going on 4. And 14 I cold.
So 24 total. Is that right? 24
Yeah.
total? Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, yeah. So, let's see here, I need to find... Oh, wait, that's right, I have all their HP. Alright, so...
Are these illusion spiders?
That would be very awkward.
Kane would probably laugh. As would Kyrian.
I could stop concentrating to make the spikes go away, but if that was the case.
Okay, so Aaron's and Fallon's spells hit at basically the same time. You see a bunch of spikes come up from the ground and restrain them. The spiders begin shrieking, and then you watch as just ice and hailstones pound down on them. And you watch as little bits of gore and even, one of the hailstones amputates a leg. These things are struggling through. You see spikes poking them, and they literally all die.
Yay!
At the same time that's happening, Kane, you go for the crank on the portcullis.
Oh, the lever, crunk!
And it doesn't turn. And then you look at it, and you see sort of a loop that goes through it, locking the mechanism in place. And you look down, and you see another little padlock down there that you'd missed.
Can I?
You can certainly try. Yeah. You pick the lock, and then now you do indeed open the door.
I would like
although again, it was a surprisingly quality lock.
Can I just hang on to the lock? And keep it?
Yeah, actually, you can do that. Let me see. Half a pound. Super nice padlock.
I put quality padlock.
Yeah, alright, sounds good. I hear...
But 'tis I that have the ornate box.
So, in case
we
you
still
want
to do that thing.
Yeah,
that we planned like.
Kane, I just whispered you the difficulty rating of that padlock.
Oh damn! I bet you didn't see that coming, did you, Casey?
No, it's pretty good. Well, I thought you had a chance, but there is a. I mean, what were you? You were at +8. I mean, so you were 12 or higher, whatever that is. Almost like 45% to get it, but still.
How long does it take me to get across this room? Now that it's all iced.
It is difficult.
Just slide it like an ice rink.
Yeah, I mean,
Kane
you just
slides
have
across
to
ice skates.
move slowly. So what, like half your speed? It's like 30 feet. So
Kane
like 12 seconds.
Like it's icy on the ground, right?
Yeah, you just gotta be careful.
So Kane kind of slides like an ice rink.
I mean, it's like rough hailstones and stuff. But you do your best. Give me acrobatics. Somehow you make it work. So Looking through this room, let me see here. This is... Where is this room? No, I'm sorry. Like, I have a thing that I wrote. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you see a table of weapons, this random crossbow and shield. Essentially, as you look around, this is kind of an armory. You don't immediately see anything eye-catching, though. So basically, any standard weapons that you want, you may just take at this point. So, like, I mean, within reason, like, you can each have, like, 2 or something.
Can I get some more arrows?
Yeah, sure. You can go back up to full on arrows.
What is full?
You, like, if you want a short sword, if you want, even, like, a great sword, if you want a halberd, if you want a spear, anything like that. Just like anything, like, page 149 of the handbook is the weapons page. You can have pretty much anything off of there.
What is the most number of arrows I can carry in a quiver? I know I started off with a certain number, but I'm sure you can have more than that.
I think it's 40, but no, it's 20, actually.
That's the most you can carry in a quiver? It's 20?
Yeah, but I've been playing it a little bit higher. I'll say 40. Just
alright, so I just
house
put
rule
my
40.
arrows.
Where are you at on weight? Oh, wow.
I mean, the arrows don't have a weight. Oh, they do. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
they totally do.
Wait, they should have been ticking off then when I was changing the number.
Yeah, where are you keeping your arrows? Oh, that's why. You're just using that little tracker. You got to do it in your inventory.
So I thought if you clicked add use as a resource, it would do that.
So you can go back up to like 30 normal arrows because you still have 10 plus 1 arrows. Or you have 8 plus 1 arrows, actually. So yeah, just change that in your inventory. It should be, what, 32 and 8, I guess? That sound right?
Okay, there we go. I'm encumbered now.
Well, no, I'm looking at this. Wait a minute, does this work? I think you have to, yeah. I mean, because you're at 40 and 10. Right now, your weight will be a little bit less if you change it to 32 and 8, which is what I believe it should be. Because you can carry 40 arrows. Like, regular or plus 1. Do you... Oh, I see what you... Oh, wait a minute, what? Alright, I'll let you figure that out. Do you understand what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Can I look at my crossbow that's on the ground?
Yep, it's a normal crossbow.
That's it, huh?
Yep. It's a
I
crossbow.
kick it. I kick it.
You hear the scrape of metal along the ground. It's for what it's worth, it's a light crossbow. Oh, actually, no, that's a heavy crossbow. Just a normal heavy crossbow. All right. Anyone else looking for any things here?
I guess not.
Say, I grabbed another short sword, and I'm deciding whether I want to jack with anything else. I have so much stuff, guys.
Yeah, short sword is, I believe, 2 pounds.
Yeah. I basically switched out my light hammer.
Got it.
Alright, I guess I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. There's nothing interesting and shiny here, really.
Yeah,
No arrows or nothing. So
I mean, I'm very interested, but it's all fucking heavy.
So, Kane, once again, you should just be at 32 normal arrows, because you have 8 plus 1s.
Okay, I'm encumbered though.
Okay,
But the tracker is now tied to the weight, so when I deduct it, it should change the weight.
got it. All right. So yeah, you guys are still here.
Hey Max, this.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Son.
Mainly because I'm pretty sure 90 is my total weight limit, and I am at 89 right now. So
Your weight limit's 90?
I mean, that's what it's saying. I don't know how they calculate that,
It's 5 times your strength.
which is 18.
Oh, that's what mine's 45. Makes sense. Wait, do I have 2 rapiers and a +1?
Wait, what?
And 2 short bows?
No.
No, that's the weight. Never mind.
Yeah.
Looking at the wrong side. I can't read. Ignore me.
All right.
So, that other door then, guys. Let's go.
To the other door. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So can we like stay in formation this time though? I mean, Colleen never even got to send her zombies
Stop.
to not hit them.
Stop. Nope. All right, I'll allow that, but nothing else. Okay. So
I didn't do anything.
I just say I hadn't realized that everyone else had already moved because my shit had lagged out. Actually.
So,
Oh.
can we stay in formation, he says, at the same time.
well, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Didn't somebody already go down this hallway?
No.
He didn't.
I
he
went
didn't go
to
that far
the
down.
corner. I didn't go that far into it.
My
I just
20
kicked
was
around
for
it.
nothing, and I go back to a 5.
Another good initiative. What is this madness?
Hey, let's go.
Did I roll 2 of them? I did. My first one was a 19.
All right.
That's my first crit, and it's on initiative. Great.
So
I mean,
Fallon
it's better
should
than
be a
rolling a
19.
0.
we got this set up for next time.
Fallon should be a 19.
I will. Oh, okay. Wait, Fallon and Kane, what are your respective dexterities?
Mine is a 20.
Mine's 20.
Both of you just roll a d20 again.
Dice roller, roll me a dice.
All right. So I'll just give you a preview for next time.
I'm first hot.
What the heck is
I
that?
don't see anything.
I don't see anything
It's in
either.
the turn order.
That looks like
It
And
looks
that's
like
where we're
something
gonna end it.
Spread Eagle. Can't tell what that is.
So
There's 2
It
of them.
looks like something Disney would sell. It's a toy.
So next time, you guys
Potato.
will get to explore
potatoes.
whatever this room is.
Why are you fighting potatoes, Casey?
I don't know. All right. So it's been fun, kids. Everybody out there in internet land, we've almost explored what this palace has to offer, but we got a little more left. So,
Say,
anyways,
we're the slowest adventurers of all time.
stay safe, kids.
Oh,
Well, you
it could
jumped
have
ahead
been
of the
slower.
game.